Tufiakwa, Peter Obi will never be the president of Nigeria, says Reno Omokri. Hey, my country people. Oga Reno don come again o. The former presidential aide Reno don talk say Peter Obi, the Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate, will never become the president of Nigeria. Reno Omokri made this in a statement in a post shared on his X platform while expressing his thoughts on Kenneth Okonkwo's recent outburst about the Labour Party's leadership. And during an interview recently, Kenneth Okonkwo, the spokesperson for Peter Obi and Babadati Ahmed Presidential Campaign Organization, had described the Labour Party leadership led by Julius Abore as clowns, where he even threatened to defect if the party continues on its current path as change is consistent. He reiterated that the Labour Party is full of gang of criminals who seem not to have a shame, and it seems that they are running a secret society, because how can they go about without telling people about the national convention that they are holding, without telling people what they are doing? Is that how you run a party? In fact, he described them as clowns, and what they did recently seems to be the greatest joke of all times, and he wants to make sure that he tells them their mistakes and they should try to change. Now, his comment has sparked significant reactions from different social media users, including Reno Omokri, who suggested that Kenneth Okonkwo had finally acknowledged that Peter Obi lost the 2023 presidential election when he mentioned the 6 million votes. Yes, he noted that about 6 million people had voted for Peter Obi. So why is it that the Labour Party are trying to hide something? And according to Omokri, the Labour Party and its supporters are very much aware of the truth that they lost the elections. Yet they are roaming about claiming that they won the election and that the election was rigged. And now Reno Omokri had wrote that the funniest thing is that in this now viral interview, Peter Obi's spokesperson, who is now on his way to the APC, actually admitted that Peter Obi lost the Nigeria's elections 2023 by referencing the number of votes he got. You see, they know the truth. Now let me trigger you some more. Peter Obi will never ever be the president of Nigeria, Tufiakwa, says Reno Omokri. Now, my country people, Reno Omokri's obsession with Peter Obi is becoming irritating and over childish, because I don't see any reason why Reno Omokri will wake up one morning and decide to play God in Nigeria politics. Now, who makes Reno the God of this country? Who makes Reno the god of this country to decide those that will clinch to power and those that will not clinch to power? What is really going on with Reno Omokri? He should know that he is not God. He is not God, and I'm sure that he is not in the minds of Nigerians, because he cannot tell the people who will be the president or not. Nigerians will decide whether Peter Obi will be the next president of Nigeria or not. So why can't he wait for Nigerians to vote in the next presidential election before deciding who will be the next president of this country? Why is Reno so scared and so obsessed with the name Peter Obi? Every day Reno must mention Peter Obi. If he doesn't mention Peter Obi, that means his statement is not complete. So, what has this man really done to Reno to deserve all this pathological hatred for him? What has Peter Obi really done to deserve all this obsession and hatred from Reno? Why can't Reno allow Peter Obi to breathe, for crying out loud? What has Kenneth Okonkwo said in relation to Peter Obi's presidency? What has he said in relation to Peter Obi being the president or not being the president? Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo only pointed a few facts that, things that are going wrong in the Labour Party, and cautioned them that if these things doesn't change, he will be forced to leave the party, which is quite normal that every politician tends to leave their political party when they find it uncomfortable for them. And Kenneth Okonkwo, who has raised the alarm on the alleged secret society going on in the Labour Party, has done well by telling Nigerians he would leave at any moment. And then the people knew definitely that Kenneth Okonkwo had left the APC for the Labour Party and is likely to go back to the APC now that the elections are over. And now Reno Omokri from nowhere has jumped into this matter, obsessing about Peter Obi, dragging Peter Obi, whether being the president or not being the president. Guys, now, come 2027, Nigerians will decide who they want to lead them in the, ahead of the 2027 elections. And by the grace of God, the people will vote right. The people will do well. Now, I don't know if all these tantrums, all these obsessions is as a result of Reno Omokri's joblessness. I still don't know. But I really think Reno needs to get a life outside Peter Obi's matters. Yes, I really hope that Reno Omokri's obsession with Peter Obi doesn't drive him crazy, because we have come to the end of the elections. Yet, out of the numerous presidential candidates we had in the 2023 presidential election, Reno Omokri focused his energy on Peter Obi and Peter Obi alone. What has Peter Obi's success and failures got to do with Reno Omokri? Why is Peter Obi's success and failures Reno Omokri's headache? Why is he drinking Panadol for another person's headache? Reno, what is going on? Yes, Kenneth Okonkwo had stated some facts, things that are going wrong in the party, in the Labour Party, which I know Reno Omokri is not a member of the Labour Party. I mean, he's also in his own frame of mind to give his own opinions on what's happening in the party, but the far extent of calling out Obi is something I can't really place my hands on it. I mean, what has Obi gotten to do with this particular statement being made by Kenneth Okonkwo? When Kenneth Okonkwo was making this statement, did he call Peter Obi? Well, guys, this is just Reno Omokri for you. Now, these are reactions from Nigerians. Reno Omokri is at it again. Peter Obi is not desperate to become the president of Nigeria. He's not jobless like you. He has his business. So keep on crying. Omokri, before your expression, we know where you will stop. Any day you speak good of Igbos, that day, that demon that trouble you will run away from you. Take your time and take note of this. In the election in Nigeria, if election in Nigeria is by majority of people's vote, then Tufiakwa has already become your portion. But being that selection, corruption, rigging have been accepted as a norm, that is why you can only imagine evil. But God will disgrace you in Jesus' name. Reno Omokri should leave Peter Obi alone. Are they still paying you in this your Aburu work? I hope the elections is over. So why not go to your local village and wait till 2027 so that you can contest for a position. Okay guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.